My heart is hard at work. We've been together like 10 years. Goddamn, took me as a young man. Every day I wonder who I am. Who will I be? Where will I go? What will they write up on my grave? A free man born as a king, who died as a slave, but everything he gave it was for nothing, no. Oh no, I can't fake that shit, I gotta...
Hey guys, what's up? Killer Stories here, bringing you another life story. This is about the time that me and my friends got picked up by the police whenever we got caught sneaking out, I guess. And I guess let's just get into it. Real quick though, gameplay in the background is Ghost, and intro song Nikki by Logic. But let's get into it. So what happened was, me and my friends, we were all hanging out at my house, and we were talking to girls, doing whatever, and we were talking to one in particular, and we ended up texting her, like, alright, well, we're coming over, and she lives 25 minutes away probably, and she was like, alright, that's fine, and her parents were okay with it. It really wasn't that late. It was probably only like 11 or 12, I don't know. And so we walked outside, and we started walking, and like how we were walking, we were just like going through my neighborhood at first, and then we got to like some of like where the main roads were, and there was this one main road, and we were like waiting to cross the street, and there was this one car that just absolutely flew by us, and like it was like less than 5 feet away, just went so fast right by us. I remember it being really fast, and we looked at it and we're like, oh my gosh, that was a cop car right there that was about to fucking hit us, and I thought that was ridiculous, but we kept walking. We got there. We ended up hanging out with her, had a great time, jumped on the trampoline, and we had to get back. So we probably left around 1. And her mom, who was really cool, by the way, she actually said that she'd like drive us home, but we snuck out and we had to sneak back in. So we said no, and we just walked back. We walked back. There was no incident. It was fine. We should have ended it there. That's when this story should have ended. It should have stopped. But the next day, me, my 2 friends were still at my house. We decided to push our luck, I guess. I don't know. We're going to go back to this girl's house, because the first time we left was on a Friday night. This was a Saturday night. We were going to walk back to her house and hang out with her again. And so what happened was, we started to walk back there. And this time, at this point in time, we knew that we'd probably get like yelled at by the police or something would happen if they saw us. We didn't know what, but so the entire time while we're walking there doing the same thing, we went the same way. We're like, alright, so if a police comes, if we see him, don't run or anything, don't do anything stupid, we'll just go talk to him, it'll be fine, okay? And like, we're just talking about what we're gonna do if we see the police, and maybe we jinxed ourselves, I don't know. But so we started walking, and we got to about the same area where that one cop almost hit us, and we saw another cop car, and it was a different cop car, but we saw it, and like it definitely saw us, and we saw it. At this point, we were right by the middle school, and we saw it go on the street, like turn in and just like kind of loop around the school. Like, all right, we're fine, let's just keep going. So we started walking, and we walked through, and to get to where we were going, we actually had to walk right behind the school. And so we started walking, walked across the street, and we were in the school's parking lot. And we saw like the cop car. We thought it left. Like we thought it went, and like we looped around, and we were walking through the parking lot. And by the time we got to the back of it, we saw it again, just chilling on this road. And so we just started kind of walking towards it, basically. Like, I mean, we had to get past it to go to the house we were going to, and we didn't have anything on us. We didn't think we were doing anything wrong. And so we just started walking like just to get to our friend's house, and I guess we didn't think that much of it. We were kind of like, what the fuck's this dude doing? But it wasn't that bad. And what happened was we got up to the cop car, and like we just started to walk past it, and I don't even think he like hit his horn or anything. He just kind of like rolled down the window and was like, hey, you guys, come here. And so we walked over to him, and like he stepped out, and he's like, so what are you guys doing? And we're like, we're just going to a friend's house. Like, oh, that's interesting. How old are you guys? and we told him, and I don't know how old we were, but we weren't that old. We were maybe 12 or 13, something, somewhere around there. And he's like, well, your parents know you're out here? And like we just kind of looked at him like, haha. We started like laughing. We're like, no. And he was like, all right. Well, here's the deal. Curfew is 11:30, which is bullshit, by the way. I don't know why they have that. It's really fucking gay. But so that's what he ended up telling us. He's like, all right. He got all our information, our names, addresses, phone numbers, like parents' phone numbers, and all that stuff. And he's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna give you guys a warning, but I'm gonna drop you guys back off at whoever's house you guys are supposed to be staying at. And I was like, all right. And he was a pretty cool cop. It was gay that he had to like take us home and shit, but I mean, he was pretty cool. And he ended up, we got in the car, and it was kind of funny because my friend was riding shotgun, and my other friend, he was in the back with me, and he was kind of flipping out, like his parents were gonna get really shitty at him and whatever. But I don't know, it wasn't a big deal. And so what happened was, we got home, he drove us home, rang the doorbell. My dogs barked for like 2 minutes, and finally my mom got out, and she like opened the door, and she was so tired at this point. It was probably like 2 in the morning, maybe. She was so tired at this point. She's like, okay, yes, thank you for bringing them home. We walked inside. She instantly just said, I'm going to bed. Went back to sleep. We watched TV for a little bit, fell asleep. But before we fell asleep, my one friend who was kind of flipping out was like, hey, early in the morning, I'm going to have my parents pick us up, all right? So that way we don't got to stay here and get yelled at. And I was like, all right, that sounds fine. And so early in the morning, one friend left, and then me and my other friend went to his house. And so we got to his house. It was pretty cool. Hung out, ate breakfast. We went downstairs. We were playing Xbox. I remember this. We were playing Xbox most of the day, and we were downstairs playing Xbox in his little Xbox room he's got downstairs. And all of a sudden, you just hear his parents just scream, like absolutely. They said our names, like they screamed them, all right, like absolutely screamed them. Maybe 5 seconds after that, his dad walked downstairs, threw the door open, it slammed against the wall. It's like, get your shit and get the fuck upstairs. That's the only thing he said. Then he walked back upstairs, and I'm at a loss for words at this point. I look over at my friend, and he is just looking at me like, oh my gosh, what the fuck? And we knew that we were about to get in so much trouble. I didn't even think it was that big of a deal. I didn't think that we could really get in that much trouble. My parents are a lot more laid back than his are, though, but still. So I got my bag that was downstairs with me, and I walked upstairs, and he did too. And I sat down at his dining room table, and he did too, right next to me. And both of his parents were on the other side of the table from us. And like they were like quiet, like they were really shitty at first, and like they were screaming, and then they were just quiet while we sat down. Like almost immediately after we sat down, started fucking screaming, like absolutely screaming, yelling at the top of their lungs at us. Okay, and I don't know how they usually treat him about like discipline and stuff, but I'm there. It's his parents, okay, screaming at me too, saying how we could have got raped, we could have got killed, all this other bullshit. And I'm sitting there, fucking, I don't know what to do. Like, they keep trying to look me in the eyes. I'm just trying to direct my eyes to something. I keep, like, just shifting around, looking at weird stuff. I don't know what to do. It was, like, the most awkward thing ever. They were ridiculously shitty at me. Like, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't be like, hey, calm down. It's not my fucking parents, okay? It was his. And it was one of the only times I've gotten completely bitched at by someone else's parents, and it was bad. And my parents ended up coming like 20 or 30 minutes after they screamed at both of us, and like my parents were way more cool about it. My dad was just like, look, don't sneak out, and he's a pretty chill dude, but and like he just told us that stuff, and that's about it. Yeah, after that we got yelled at he got in a lot of trouble. I went home and I don't even really know if I got in trouble at all. Like I said, his parents were a lot more, I'm going to say, strict than mine. But if you like the story at any point in time, like and subscribe. If you guys got anything to tell me, leave a comment. Thanks.